Hello and welcome to Beyond the Plate with Carol, where we will explore food and a little beyond. So come along with me on this journey and see what we uncover. Welcome to Beyond the Plate with Carol at the studio at the Beacon. We are brought to you by the Red Air Diner, open 24/7 at all 4 locations, Manchester, Londonderry, Concord, and Nashua. And I am really excited about this next guest, so let's just jump right in. Welcome, Chelsea.
Hi.
Chelsea is the owner of Queen City Cupcakes. And, you know, we were chatting just a little bit before. I don't like to chat a lot because then...
What are you going to talk about later?
Right.
Yeah.
She did just share with me, and I'm sure it would have come up in the interview, you have been there for 14 years.
Yeah. On Elm.
On Elm Street, right.
Yeah. We just moved the cupcake shop 3 years ago, but 5 doors down. But yeah, in all... Cupcakes for 14 years in May, so a little over.
That is, I can't,
yeah.
You always hear time flies.
Yeah,
and,
it does.
And I think you hear this too from your parents. The older you get, the worse it is. And it's so true.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
So why don't we start off with letting people know where they can find you and on Insta and all that kind of stuff. Maybe let them know.
Yeah. So we're right here in this building, 816 Elm Street. And a lot of people are confused because we do have a gift store in the front and then the cupcakes are towards the rear. So either people are looking for the gifts and they're confused, or they don't see the cupcakes in the window, so they don't know where we are. But we share the spot. It just made sense to move in together after a while.
Of course.
But we're at 816 Elm. I think our handle on Instagram is QC Cupcakes.
Nope.
No. See, I don't even know.
Oh, well, I found it as, the @ sign.
Yeah.
The @ sign, and then Queen City Cupcakes NH.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
And then pretty much the same thing on Facebook, Queen City Cupcakes NH. So,
yeah.
And you can also look them up on the web, queencitycupcakesnh.com. So you have it all
that
nice
one I know. That one's qccupcakes.com. That's the one I was getting confused.
Ooh.
The website is, qccupcakes.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
Yes.
So let's start with, and I know I have heard the story, but I'm going to ask you again because this is a whole new thing. Tell us the story how Queen City Cupcakes got started. How did it get started?
Yeah. So I went to school for criminal justice. That was a normal segue right into the cupcake world. I thought I was going to catch serial killers, FBI kind of thing.
Do you like crime?
Well, I don't.
No, I don't.
Crime,
I mean, I'm a crime junkie.
I just love solving things. So even though I'm not great at solving things all the time, I just liked the idea of trying to figure stuff out, and on the side of justice, I guess. So I always wanted to do that. So criminal justice, unfortunately, it led not into that career path. It was more social work, which can be kind of depressing.
Yes.
And then it went into insurance, which I was investigating, people that set their own cars on fire and have them stolen for the insurance money. So that
must have been pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
So you were acting like a detective.
A little bit, yeah. You just are wait, you're, all this stuff is kind of sus, and then your car disappears. What a coincidence.
Right.
You get this really big payout. So I did that for a while. It kind of moved me around the country. So I left for a while. And then honestly, I just came back. I was working a job. I went out with a couple girlfriends to a cupcake shop that was in southern, probably Salem. I loved it. I went home that night and I was like, I'm going to open a cupcake shop. And my husband's like, okay. And I have a family that's very supportive. So they did.
Well, you do because you all work together. You all work together.
Yeah. I know. Same staff for 14 years. So it's wild. But my mom quit her job. She came along she was tired of her job. So she's like, I'll try it. I'll come along. And then it just literally within, I think 8 months, we had signed the lease down the street at our previous location. And the rest
is history.
Yeah.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
And when Chelsea talked about Pop a Color is named the store that you share with, which is your mom and your sister and you, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just kind of all
making stuff.
Yeah. That place is amazing in and of itself. I mean, you see her mom sitting at her sewing machine, creating things, for the store. It's a really, really cool space.
Yeah. She's go. She'll be sewing something and her oven timer's going and she's in there to flip a batch of cupcakes. And, we're all just like most of the stuff that you see in there that's made, we all have some kind of hand in it, whether I'm screen printing it, they're sewing it, one of them stuffing it. So it's kind of like a group.
And then
project.
someone's frosting and someone's
frosting. Yeah.
Stirring and
yeah. My husband's that like he makes all the frosting. He didn't think that's what he was going to be doing. You know, I had him setting up a wedding. He's set up many weddings now. And he's like, this is what I do? He's like, this is crazy, you know, and it is because it's not, you know, what any of us had in our head of our career.
Okay, so you started Queen City Cupcakes.
Yes.
I love to hear the story of your batter and your, you know, because you have a story with that.
Do I? What is it?
No.
I don't remember. My batter? I mean, I tested it for like a year on all of my...
But it was so interesting hearing all about that, like when you were testing it.
Yeah. So, I mean, we were testing recipes because none of us are background bakers or anything like that. So I just needed a recipe that everybody loved if I wanted, you know, to get paid to do it. So basically I was just trying different recipes every day, and I worked insurance with, you know, 50 people. Or
so you were doing that at the same time as creating the cupcakes.
So I'd mix a batch, bring it in, and I'd be like, guys, don't tell me it's good if it's awful.
Right. You want honest.
Yeah. Like this isn't my grandma's recipe. So I think it's just like I would make them eat cupcakes every single day until we got to that one where everyone was like, okay, that's the one.
And
Definitely.
What was it about that particular recipe at that time? Like what?
I know it's crazy, but they're super moist.
That's
and like
huge.
Go to a lot of places, they're not.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone was like, that's the one because it's moist and it's just not what you would expect. It's not butter based. So a lot of times butter based stuff, they'll refrigerate it, and then it's hard by the time everyone's eating it. So it's just a whole different kind of batter.
And then how about the frosting? Same thing with frosting?
Frosting was, my friend had a sugar cookie recipe that she had given me the recipe for the frosting, but in order to keep it unrefrigerated, you have to get it chemically tested through the state. So I had to tweak that a bunch.
That's what we talked about the last time.
Yeah,
I think it was
to get it through a lab, and you have to test it to make sure that it's room stable because I didn't want to refrigerate them.
Right.
I don't want you coming into a hard as rock cupcake. So
that's true. You don't
science.
Think of that stuff. Okay.
Wild. Yeah. I almost didn't want to open because as soon as they said, well, you're going to have to refrigerate them, I was like, that's not what and they were like, well, you can get it tested through this. And thank goodness back then it was $15 to test. Now it's $150. Probably. Like I per flavor. So like, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's wild, which is why most bakeries just refrigerate everything because it's just
probably just easier that way. They just,
yeah. And if it doesn't pass the test, then you have to redo it. And that's another, like, I think it's
another fee
cheaper,
or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So for people that, and shame on you if you've never been to Queen City Cupcakes, really, walk them through the front door and what they can see, what they can expect, pop of color and the flavors and...
Yeah, so we kind of eliminated the Pop of Color name. So some people, when they look us up online, they think that's gone, which is unfortunate, but it was confusing with two names. So we're just Queen City Cupcake and Gift Shop. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can look up Pop of Color, but I think people have marked it online as permanently closed because, that name is no longer, but we're there. And then you just walk in. The first section is gifts that we either have made or we source. And then you go straight back to grab a cupcake or grab your order that you placed.
So how many different flavors?
Right now.
Like when you started versus now,
Yeah.
like 14 years. That's a lot of...
Yeah.
That's a lot of cupcakes. Have you ever do you know what that number is?
I mean... I feel like I did it a couple of years ago, but then I lost track.
Right.
I lost count. Right. But it's, I think when we opened, it might have been 9 flavors. And then we went up to probably over 100, but then we've retired some that just weren't as big of a hit, But I'd say right now, maybe 50, 60-ish. But we only have 9 on a day.
At a time.
Yeah. So it changes.
So you kind of rotate it a little bit.
Yeah.
You must have the regular ones, though.
Vanilla, chocolate, and peanut butter. Those are the ones, if we come up with new exciting flavors and we don't have those, they
get mad.
Yeah. There's where's the vanilla bean? And I'm like, but there's this really cool new one. And they're like, no,
They want want what they want.
Yeah.
Really.
So which is easy, it's fine.
Talking about being in Manchester, what do you love most about the Manchester community?
Yeah. I mean, I like the walkability. When we opened, I knew I wanted to be in a place that people were downtown working during the day, walking around. I didn't want to be like in the mall. I didn't want to be on South Willow. So for that, I love the look, the brick and all it's just more pretty. It's prettier.
It is.
Than a strip mall on the side. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we just fell in love with it. And it was a little spot, and it came open. Our previous location came open like pretty much the day that we were about to sign a lease up on the street with the library. Like blanking out right now.
Not Chestnut, but
yeah, maybe it's Chestnut.
No, Chestnut's the one below. I know.
Okay, it might be Chestnut though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so there was a spot open there, and we were kind of like, not exciting. And then Doug, I think you know Doug with
Doug Martin.
Yes, he's awesome. He was like, I literally just got a call about this space. It was a juice place.
Right.
Time.
My gosh, I remember Melissa.
Yeah, all juiced up.
Yeah.
And so that he was like, just got it. They don't even haven't even put it really on the market. Do you want to go look at it? And I went over and I was like, oh my God, yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. I think we signed it like that day or, really soon after.
I mean, you are right. I mean, when you think about it, being on Elm Street, walkable. And Elm Street has just, the past couple of years, it's finally getting back to, like I say, the olden days.
Yeah.
Like, people are really coming out. They're going to restaurants. They're walking around. They're shopping.
For me, it's a little, I always talk about the olden days because I miss people working down here. So back in the day before COVID, during the day from 12 to 2, it was hopping. People that worked together were on group walks and they'd have lunch and shop and stuff. And then there's some days I get here and it's noon and I see more sidewalk signs than people. And my heart breaks a little because, yes, things are coming down, but those people are at home now.
Right. It's true.
So, if you're open at night, you're probably getting that restaurant bar scene from people that are living here with all the apartments. But during the day, I think those apartment people are working.
Right.
So they're not necessarily gathering by themselves to take a walk around where, I don't know if you remember, they used to have that walking path.
Yeah.
And people, groups of
That's true.
Of people would walk around.
Would always see them in their dresses with their sneakers.
Yeah. And I miss that because I lived in New York and Boston. That's what everyone did at lunch. You didn't stay in your office.
Right, you got out.
You got out with your friends and then you went to happy hour, which I don't even know if that's a thing anymore.
It is in some places.
Yeah, but around, it's not what it was. So I do miss the amount of people that used to be downtown.
Well, and back in the day, you used to close when you sold out.
Yeah.
I mean, you sold out. Sometimes you were closed at 1.
Yeah. When we first
remember the
opened,
lines?
It was insane. Yeah. Yeah. It was crazy. It was good, but it wasn't. We didn't love it, even though I think everyone thought that's what we were, gearing towards. It's extremely stressful to be done in 45 minutes when people are mad. So we never wanted that. It's just when you have, I think people didn't realize we're baking in 400 square feet.
Your space there was tiny.
It's the size of a home kitchen. So, I can put 1,000 cupcakes in there. I can't put 2,000 cupcakes in, safely.
Exactly.
And with food storage, you got to have, the proper amount of fridges and you can't just stick them in all the eaves and
exactly
that,
exactly
turn out. So it was logistics.
So how do you come up with new and unique flavors? Are you still do you kind of keep, I mean, it's been 14 years, so I get that.
Yeah.
But in the past, how do you, all of a sudden, do you wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh my gosh, I just thought of my new flavor. We're going to try it. It must be fun.
It is. I mean, it's like you're saying, it's been 14 years, so it's a little harder now. And really, you'll put all this effort in. People are like, where's the vanilla bean? And you're like, oh, it's right here. But I just worked on this one over here. But so I feel like now when we do have a new one, we put that much more time in it. And it tends to be a little bit more exciting, our salted caramel Oreo. It came up with it because my favorite ice cream shop is Hayward's out in Merrimack. Love it. And they have a salted caramel Oreo ice cream. And that's all I ever get. And I'm like, I have to make this into a cupcake. And so we started making the caramel Emily, my niece, makes it now. I call her the caramel queen. She's
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's salted caramel. And it just is so good. And so.
And where's the Oreo in it? Is it inside the cupcake?
Yeah, folded into it's like a salted caramel Oreo frosting and then a cookies and cream cake. And then it's cored and topped with the salted caramel, which is really what makes it. It's just like spoonable. It's
yum.
salty and yeah, it's really good. But
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What is the most wildest creation that you've made? I mean, that one's pretty wild. The salted caramel and Oreo is kind of pretty out there.
I'd say the wildest though was when we were getting ready to go on the show. We did the contest, what do you call it? Like a TV show. We were competing on Sugar Showdown. It was like
on the Food Network?
Cooking channel.
Okay.
So it was like 10 years ago, and they would kind of give you like an idea, hey, maybe mess around with these ingredients because you may see it, but they won't tell you. So it was like a huge list. So we made fruit slaw, like with mayonnaise. Like mayonnaise was one of the ingredients that we kind of like fooled around with. So we ended up making that for the show, and we made like a fruit slaw with the mayonnaise in it. And then we used mayonnaise in the lemon frosting instead of butter. Like, so we just tweaked it. That was pretty out there. Not many people.
Yeah. I mean, fruit slaw.
About it. Yeah. We just made it like a coleslaw, but we made it with like shredded apples and raisins and things like that. That was our center. And the judges loved that.
I bet they did. I mean, who would ever come up with that?
Yeah. Because everyone else was doing hiding the mayonnaise in the chocolate. And we're like, no, you guys watch shows. They want to taste what they're giving you. They don't want you to hide it.
Right.
So we had it in everything. Like our nuts that were on it, we candied it in the mayonnaise instead of butter. Like we were just like, oh, they want mayonnaise. They're getting mayonnaise. So it worked out. We won.
That's awesome. So that was 10 years ago.
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time flies.
It really does.
Why do you think people keep coming back to Queen City Cupcakes? Like you have your loyal people
yeah. It's crazy. We have people that were pregnant when we first opened, and now their kid is like a teenager.
Isn't that the coolest thing?
It is really.
It really is.
Yeah. So we're seeing them. They're coming in. We're doing weddings, and then we're doing their baby's first, birthday party and their baby showers. And it's really cool because it's just like a progression instead of just, I saw you once on DoorDash. It's definitely, it's more, community as far as like, we're seeing these people for the last 14 years. It's wild.
I mean, me at the diner, 37 years. Yeah. So I see the person come in with like their grandfather, little kid.
Yeah.
Then I see that little kid have his first girlfriend, and then gets engaged, and then gets married, and then has kids. And I mean, for me, 37 years, that kid's having kids.
Oh, yeah,
and it's like, oh my goodness. Yeah. It's so fun. So you touched upon, and that was leading up to one of my next questions. So you also do like catering. You do showers and weddings. And I mean, that's huge.
Yeah. Tons of catering. I would say that's like, because there's not as many walk by, during the day because of the workers being at home. But we make up for it and when we first opened, we didn't do weddings. Now, I might have 4 weddings in a weekend where we're delivering to Massachusetts. We're going over to, Maine. We go about 60 miles one way. So we're all over the place, and we go and we deliver and we set up or we drop off. And so we're doing tons of catering, and then we do showers, we do corporate stuff. It's just,
who would have ever thought? I mean, because that they kind of became a thing, right? Cupcakes at weddings, and
it's huge. Yeah, right. It still is, because cake is one of those things where everybody, celebrates with everything with cake. They love the cake. Cupcakes just lets you have more of a variety. If the birthday person likes lemon and you hate lemon, you can get them a couple and then get some good stuff too.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool.
So let's just remind people, in case they might have like popped in or whatever, where they can find you again.
Yeah. 16 Elm Street, right here in the Beacon building. And even though there's lots of gifts in the front window and you're confused where the cupcakes they are in the back, you just open the door and walk straight back, and we have the counter.
Well, I know like Michelle, actually I was sitting with Michelle, the mortgage girl over here. We were sitting outside, and she was telling me yesterday when you were, because if you come into the Beacon building, you'll get this waft of like crazy like cupcake smell.
Yeah.
Like good.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh boy, I'm due for a cupcake.
Yeah. I think you smell it more when there's no, because sometimes we're the only ones that are like making at that moment, like especially on a Monday, and so it kind of takes over and I'm like, oh, sorry. But, it's a good smell, but
it's definitely, well, between that and then Jonathan's cinnamon rolls, seriously,
like his coffee smells amazing. Like I can smell it in our kitchen if we're not producing right then.
Right.
I'll be like, oh, wow, it's definitely time for coffee. Yeah, it's delicious.
This episode is powered by Red Arrow Diner. All 4 locations, officially open around the clock. Swing by Manchester, Nashua, Concord, or Londonderry whenever hunger hits. From pancakes at 2 a.m. to fries and gravy for breakfast, we've got your cravings covered. Red Arrow, New Hampshire's favorite 24-hour diner tradition. So you've been in business 14 years. What's one of the biggest challenges that you've faced over the past 14 years?
I bring it back to just the lack of walk-by right now. Like it's just, thankfully we do so much catering that it makes up for it. But
do you see it changing at all? Do you see?
No,
really.
I don't. I mean, maybe because we were so walk-by. You know what I mean? I think if you're new to downtown, if you have 0 customers and then you go to 50, it's awesome. You're like, yeah, you're growing. But when you go from like when we used to have the events at the DoubleTree and hundreds of people would be here for a conference and our door would just be revolving with like someone would come in with their badge and they're there. And then they go back and someone sees them and then it's just like a revolving door. Now a lot of the conferences are either not there or they're really tiny. And so it's just different. For me, it's just not that same vibe that it was. 5-6 years ago before COVID, I was telling everyone, oh my God, open a business down here. Open a business down here. It's amazing. Now I'm like, you can open a business, but know that it's just not the same walk-by traffic that I think people think there is automatically built in. And I think, unfortunately, we see people close quicker because of that, which is a bummer.
True.
You put your heart into it. Nobody wants to see that close. You know what I mean? But, it is part of the business world, but it's not a good part. It's sad.
Do you have a favorite story of a customer with your cupcakes? Like any, something that might, pop into your head and you tell people like something crazy that's happened?
I mean, we've had lots of, I don't know if you know Roger. He like walks around the streets. He's an older man. I think he.
Oh, I know. Yes, I know who he is.
And stuff. He's a character. He's been coming in our shop since day one. And he used to come in costume and he used to come in and like, it was just like, so we've known him and, and that's just wild. We've had like people from the media come in during election. Oh, I love election time. There's like a buzz.
There is.
And it's just like kind of an electric buzz, which is fun. So we had like Diane Sawyer pop in. My mom was crying because she was joking. She wanted to meet her so bad, like didn't think it would ever happen. And she was eating lunch and Diane's people came in and were like, can we come in? And I said, yeah, give me a second. I gotta like straighten up. And so I went to tell my mom, I'm like, Diane Sawyer's coming in, get ready. And she's like, okay. Yeah.
She didn't believe you.
She did not believe it. So she's just eating lunch. I'm like, no, I'm not even joking.
Like, get up now.
Yeah. So she's crying when she comes in. It was fun. So it was just like, it was cool,
Isn't she a great person too?
Nice. And she's very small biz.
Tall she is? I couldn't believe how tall she was.
Yeah.
Because she came into the diner.
Yeah.
And I was like, literally almost looking up at her. I'm like, oh my goodness.
I'd say she's a good head taller than all of us. So
yes.
In our photo, we're all like the children in with her.
So. She, and I tell this story, when I'm interviewed or whatever. And she came in and she saw she called them Twinkies, our Dyna Fingers, and she wanted one. And right there in front of everybody, she's opening it up. She's eating it. Yeah. I mean, she was just so casual. Yeah. She started going down the line, the aisle, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then she tapped this couple on their back and was like, hi, I'm Diane Sawyer. Yeah. And they're like, what the freak, right? Yeah. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah. And they were eating a cheeseburger and fries. And she says, do you mind if I have one of your fries? And she even dipped into their ketchup, which I just thought was so funny.
It's real life,
right?
She's real down.
She was. And then she got Twinkie cream in her hair and she thought that was hilarious.
She was very sweet.
Yeah, very nice. It's fun when you meet those kinds of people.
Especially when you don't expect it. It's not like,
Do you remember what cupcakes she got?
I want to say peanut butter because that's like what everyone.
Really?
Right. Well, that was back in the day. We probably had like 9 whole flavors. You know what I mean?
Okay, right.
Because that was like quite a while ago. So I don't think there was a whole lot going on. Probably when she came in, we probably had like 5 things left. So might not have been much of a choice for her. But yeah.
I'm not a peanut butter person. It's okay.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be my choice. I know what my brother's favorite one is.
Yeah, everybody does.
Right? Hostess cupcake.
Yeah.
And that oh my gosh, that.
Yeah.
Well,
there's a lot of chocolate in that.
There is, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And yours is 10 times better than the Hostess cupcake. I mean, seriously?
Like I walk by and he's like, is there Hostess today? Is there Hostess? And I'm like, I don't know what day it is. I don't know what's on the menu. There could be, it could not be. Like, you really should go in and check because I have no idea. Could be gone by the time I see you. Yeah.
What advice would you give someone in the restaurant business? Which same thing really with you. It's kind of, restaurant.
Yeah.
These crazy people want to open up restaurants. Like what advice would you give them?
Not to stop planning. Definitely keep planning and then really have all your ducks in a row when you do decide to do it because, every month that goes by that you're not open because you didn't know about a health code or you didn't know about a building code. I mean, that's just money out the window. And I know some people have an unlimited amount of it. I do not. So like when we moved, our new kitchen was built in like a month and we did a lot of it ourselves. But, your brother gave me really great plumbers and,
he knows a lot of people.
He does. And HVAC.
And get down there now.
Yeah, and it makes a difference than just like some of these restaurants, they're coming soon for like a year and they're gone almost before they open. And I'm like, oh my God, just open. Just
terrible.
Especially when they go into a restaurant that's already pretty much done, just do some pretty stuff. Get yourself open and you can go back later and, change it more because you never stop like changing. But I don't know. I would just say keep planning, have all your ducks in a row and have some money set aside because it's not profitable the second you open,
Right. You got to have that cushion to start. And, maybe just to add to that, listening to the customer.
Yeah.
You always got to do that too.
Yeah.
You got to be able to take criticism, any business really.
Yeah. Ask other restaurants too. Like I think a lot of people, they don't, and then they just open. And we've had a couple of restaurants that have opened in the last like 2 years, and it's been rough down here in the last 2 years.
It has.
And they'll say, oh, why didn't you tell me that it's, there's nobody walking around. Why didn't you tell me? And I'm like, because I'm not going to be the person that tells you that. But if you ask me, I'll tell you.
Right.
But I'm not going to come stomp on your dream. But just be prepared. It might not be exactly as you think it is, based on the largest city in the state.
Right. I usually do this at the end, but I'm going to do it now because we're going to segue right into it. Talking about like businesses opening, isn't it crazy? All these restaurants, like downtown, like 2 more diners, on Elm Street. It's like what? I can't even. I don't know. And I think Statesman, right? Statesman Diner.
So
24/7. It's like whoa. So I always like to ask, where do you like to go eat?
Yeah. So right now, my husband and I every single week go to a lot of Thai in Merrimack.
Ooh. Oh.
We've been, but
is it in the little strip mall?
It is.
Yes.
Where Hayward's ice cream is. So that's how we found it. Because we'll go.
Nope, that's not the one I'm thinking of. We've been wanting to go. Moose is in there too, right?
Yes.
There's the Moose. Yes, I know where that is.
So we used to just go for ice cream. And then I was like, oh, I love pad thai. So I see it over there. And, we're always already just having dessert. So we don't go. And then we went and we're hooked. It is like, it's the
we like Thai,
best Thai that I've had in probably ever. It's like super hot when it's like made right then. It does not take forever. I don't know how they're so fast at making it so good. And the wait staff, it hustles like, it's just crazy. And it's really pretty in there. I don't know if you've been, but
nope, I haven't.
Big chandeliers. It's like over the top, but nicely, like kind of nicely done. But the food is like incredible.
Oh, I can't wait to that's going to be on my list.
So I'm obsessed with them right now. So pretty much Sundays are one day off. So we head out to Merrimack to do that until that gets old, and then I'll try something.
Right.
But right now I'm obsessed with that. So
anything in Manchester in the downtown area?
I love everything for different reasons. So like, espresso martini, I think you said you like those. I love the cotton ones.
Yes.
Probably like my favorite.
Yes.
Fish tacos over at Ignite. Hooked Ignite. And
love
does a beautiful
the fish
job,
tacos.
obviously.
She does.
Anything at the Arrow, the pies. That's what we go to the pies for. That's the pie thing. We went for my sister's birthday to get pie. But yeah, it just depends on if we want a really pretty patio. We're going to hit the Crown because that's
we love
prettiest.
The Crown.
Yeah, it's just, and their food is amazing.
Yes.
But yeah, but even that, I feel sad for some of those restaurants. They're closing at like 8 and 9 o'clock. That's not normal.
I know.
That's not back in the day. You would be out until 11. So when I see that, I'm like, oh, that's not good. So again, it's even hard just seeing your favorite places trim down their hours because it's not for a great reason.
And when you think about it, I think about it from, they're paying lease.
Yeah.
Like, I think about that like with Tucker's.
Yeah.
I mean, they're busy. They're very busy. Yeah. But look where they are, like in Bedford. I can't even imagine what their rent is. I mean, I just can't even imagine.
Gotta be
and they're
12.
They're only during the day, like 7 to 2.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't
know. But
empty it.
It
just doesn't ring in my head right.
No,
I don't know.
But it must. So
it must
be okay, or it must be so bad. Not them per se, but like other places that used to be open longer. You gotta be like, is it so bad that you are closing it? Like,
I know. Yeah.
So it scares me for like a lot of my favorite places because I'm like, oh, that can't be good. Do you know that you can't have the staff or it's not worth it? That's,
right.
It's hard.
It is. It is. It is. Okay. I like doing this part. This is fun. They're like little rapid fire questions.
Oh, geez. Okay.
So what is your favorite cupcake flavor?
Oh, definitely the salted caramel Oreo right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yep.
Coffee or tea with your cupcake?
Coffee.
Early mornings or late nights in the bakery?
In the what?
In the store.
Oh, late night. Oh,
really?
Yeah, my customers will get emails from me at like 2 a.m. because I'm up and I'm typing and I got energy. I hate mornings.
No way. Now, I would think that in that business, it would be morning. I saw that and I'm like, oh, it's going to be morning.
No, we bake all day. So like my mom comes in earlier and we'll start the baking, but I usually come in later and we'll kind of take over the baking. And then not even baking, just business stuff in general. Like people will be like, your email was at 4 a.m. And I'm like, I am so sorry about that. You didn't have to read it or respond. Yeah, right. But that's when I have like energy goodness. And no one's interrupting. And I'm just like, I'm a machine in the middle of the night.
What's the most unusual ingredient you've ever used? Probably the fruit slaw.
Probably the fruit slaw. I feel like we did something really weird with maybe goat cheese for that same like we made goat cheese frosting, which isn't weird, but it's not New England. Most people would be scared, but it was pretty tasty.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
I love goat cheese.
Yeah. And I think they were making us do like saffron and stuff and didn't do it for me, but we were steaming it in milk, trying to make it like, into cream. But I'd say that was my least favorite weird ingredient.
Okay. What's your go-to comfort food, but not cupcakes?
Yeah. I mean, that Thai food is definitely, warm and cozy.
Pad Thai, yum.
Yeah.
We like Osaka.
Yeah, Osaka's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love even the Thai place that's down on Elm Street is
very
delicious.
Good. Yep.
But once you have this, I want to hear.
I cannot wait.
Like seriously, it's a shrimp pad Thai, and it is just a different kind of noodle, and it is like steaming hot when you get it. And yeah, now everyone else is like, oh, you're not a lot of Thai in Merrimack. You're good, but you're not. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You have that standard now. And, oh my gosh, we go out 2-3 times a week, which is bad. But, we're always looking for new places. So I love that. And I will definitely go in and let you know how it went.
Stands up. Yeah.
Sweet or savory?
Oh, sweet.
See, I'm a savory.
Yeah.
I mean, I like don't get me wrong, I like the sweet, but I'm more of a savory.
Yeah.
Oh, what is the most popular? Oh, we already talked about this. The most popular flavor. Oh, no, that was your favorite. What's the most popular flavor?
I mean, probably like during the summer, strawberry shortcake is a big one. And then we always push our favorites that we love just because we want to share that, with other people. So salted caramel's it's climbing in the ranks. But vanilla, chocolate, and peanut butter, honestly, are like if we don't have those, there's problems. So
They get mad.
they're sad. Like they'll be like, but no vanilla bean. And I was like, no, but I have these 9 really yummy flavors.
I love that you keep saying the vanilla bean.
Because people love that one. It's like, because it's like $300 a gallon for this vanilla bean. So it's like good stuff.
Ooh.
It's Madagascar and it's different.
It is, and I've had that cup because that's one. That would be probably my favorite, the vanilla bean.
So people will be like, "That's so plain," and I'm like, "No, it's classic. It's not plain. It's just not over the top. But people, if we don't have that, I could have a whole tray of everything else, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Oh my gosh.
They just want that.
What's your favorite holiday to bake for?
Holidays are tough because we're so exhausted.
That's true, right? You probably go out to the Thai place.
Seriously, we're so tired on holidays because
it must be crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah, I get
Our
that.
craziest holidays is Valentine's, Easter, and then Christmas Eve. Those are they're great for business, but the rest of us, we sit there and
veg out,
vegging out because we're so tired.
I don't blame you.
We're like, do you want takeout? Yeah.
Sprinkles or no sprinkles?
I'm not a big sprinkle person.
Yeah, I'm not either. What is one tool that you can't live without?
Probably my whisk, just because we do everything by hand. So if we didn't have the whisk for the batter, and it incorporates less bubbles, so it
Okay, a whisk.
Everything better.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. Well, this was really, really fun.
Thank you for having me.
Is there something that maybe I missed? Something that you want people to know about Queen City Cupcake?
Just that we're still here. We're still here. I think people, get into the rut of staying home. And just to kind of come out and see us. We like your face.
And
we want to see your face.
Yeah.
Your DoorDash order is great, but it's not seeing you, So if we want people and we want to see your face. That's why we have brick and mortar. Otherwise, we'd have just a studio somewhere for takeout.
Exactly.
Anyone that opens brick and mortar wants to see your pretty face. So just come on down if you haven't been in a while.
There you go. We're going to end at that. Yeah. That's perfect. So get on down to Queen City Cupcakes and come and try one of their amazing cupcakes. And I think I'm going to go upstairs and I'm kind of hungry right now. So, well, thank you, Chelsea, so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, for sure.